Michael, how are we supposed to continue to participate in society without succumbing to the dictates of all of the woke scolds?
You just have to say no, and that requires a cost, and that's where most people give up. We all get this question when we speak at colleges, and they'll say, hey, how do I get all A's on my transcript and still voice opinions that are absolutely illegal on my campus? And how do I do both at the same time? And it's, I guess they've really imbibed a lot of the Marxism that their professors have told them, even unconsciously, because they think that you can do something without a cost. And you can't. Everything has a cost. There is truly no such thing as a free lunch. You do get what you pay for. And so you can make that choice. You can say what you think. And it's going to cost you friends. It's cost all of us friends. It's going to cost you invitations to parties and associations, and that's the cost. It's going to cost you in your career, very possibly. I think it's cost almost everybody in this room in their careers at some point or another, and that's the cost. But I will say the only thing for it that I can tell you is we should have integrity. Integrity is a good thing. It makes you feel really good. It makes you walk through the world with a little skip in your step, and it allows you to sleep at night with a grin on your face. Your bank account won't be as full, but okay, that's fine. I'd much rather sleep soundly and have a good life than worry about that.
Well said.
You know, a good book you can read about this.
I will add one.
You can read the.
Sorry,
you can
Drew,
read the
go ahead.
Gospels about this. It tells you what happens to you when you speak the truth.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not pleasant. Let's put it that way.
I will say one thing. I think that the days of being punished for your opinion are going to end, and they're going to end sooner rather than later. And the reason for that is not because of the kindness of the left. It's because we are going to segregate politically. And it's a really bad thing for the country, but it's just an inevitable reality. Eventually what's going to happen is that if you're an accountant at a firm and you fail to post the black square and are thus chided for it, and you say, listen, you know, I believe that Black Lives Matter because they do, but I'm not going to virtue signal about how cops are bad. That's just not something I'm into. And then they fire you. What will end up happening is that you will end up starting your own firm, and conservatives will recognize that you stood on principle, and conservatives will then patronize you. And what will end up happening is that the only people who will end up patronizing leftist causes are leftists, and the only people who end up patronizing right-wing causes are right-wingers, and you will end up with two separate companies for each element of the market, because that's what the left is doing. They've taken the war to all elements of American society. It's a really ugly outcome, because this is not how conservatives think. I have never once, buying a pair of shoes, thought to myself, I wonder what the political convictions of the person who runs this company are. But leftists have made it an element of faith that you must actually think about that, because the externalities of you buying that pair of shoes may be keeping the environment in shambles or something like that. It's become a religion. I mean, it's a religion for the left. And once you have a religious schism, the religious schism cannot be unmade. I mean, ask Knowles, who's been trying to unmake the religious schism for several hundred years at this point.
No, this is such a good point, Ben. This is what the left did in the 60s and 70s. It became their motto, especially the feminists, but it spread out broadly to the left. They said, the personal is the political, meaning every area of personal association now has got to be politicized and become ideological. And a republic such as ours cannot persist as it is meant to exist in that condition. You're supposed to have a separation between the public, the political, and the private and the personal. With that obliterated, our system of government and our system of society is not going to continue to function as it was intended.
Hey guys, sharing is caring. And unless you want your friends watching another lame YouTube video about celebrities celebrifying something, you gotta press the share button. They'll thank you for it. See you next time.